Yo, yo, what is up? Welcome to today's training. What is going on? Let me know your name as you are joining. Let me know your name, the market you're in, and level of experience. Jay Biz is in the house. What's up, Broseph? Obviously, if you want me to, Jay, if you have properties you want me to comp, I want to make sure you put them in here. So again, as people are joining right now, more and more people are joining. I want to know your name. I want to know what market you're in, and I want to know what level of experience you have. And we are going to get rolling comping properties. Yo, yo, welcome. Jay, do you got a property that you want me to comp? Throw it down in the chat. Put down in the chat, Jay. And again, for those that are jumping on, when you do join, make sure that you are giving me your name, name, market you're in, as well as your level of experience. And then lastly, in the comments, put down your properties that you want me to analyze for you. Chris Lewis, what up? Charles Robinson, Memphis market, 6 months, no closed deals yet. That's all good, Charles. Let's speed that time up. Let's get you closing some deals. So today is about comping. If you have some properties that you're analyzing, negotiating with sellers, I will happily comp those properties. So as more and more people are coming on, put the properties you want comped down below, and I'm happy to do it. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that YouTube was not going to allow me to share my screen as I am live, but I am going to be comping properties for you. And the first property I'm going to be comping right here for Jay is going to be in Georgia. I love it. Let's see if I can. I swear there was going to be a way. All right. Let's jump in here. Let's comp this property, 555 Crooked River Drive. All right, Jay, I'm jumping over to PropStream. If you guys don't have PropStream yet, you need to get PropStream. Just go to tsofdata.com. tsofdata.com, use promo code TSOF. All right, we got Woodbine, Georgia here. And so what I am seeing here is, all right, good. We have some good movement here. We have some good properties in the neighborhood. And what I'm going to be doing on this property is I'm going to be looking at comparables on PropStream. First thing I actually want to see is just going to be sold in the year. And there's quite literally just 2 sold properties in the whole last year within a half a mile. So here's what I'd rather do. I would rather go back a little bit to see if there's even more. So let's just change the year. Let's go 2 years, 2 years back. Same distance, 2 years. There's quite literally only 3 sold properties in the last 2 years. One is at 64,000, the other's at 73,000, and then one is at 85,000. The 85,000 obviously is going to be something that we're hopeful that we can get like an ARV comp on. And it's right down the street from your house. So if I'm taking a look at these photos, they don't have photos on this property, of course. Why would they? So that is what it is. I'm hopeful that that is an ARV comp. There's a mobile home that sold for 64. There's a single family almost right next door. And again, don't have, interestingly enough, no photos on that either. But it sold for $73,000. You're in the right price point. So one thing you guys need to understand is when I'm looking at square footage, I don't want to go more than, roughly 10% swing one way or another, right? So for this, my home or the home that Jay is looking to comp is 1,200 square feet. So for me, I don't really want to go more than, let's just call it, and I'll round up sometimes. I don't want to go more than, let's say, 200 square feet more or 200 square feet less, right? So I use like a 10% ratio. I have a 10% swing either way. I tend to round up a little bit, right? Because 10% would be 120 or 120 extra square feet. So I'll just round up to 200. The comp that you're looking at 73, likely as is 1,021. So it has that 10%, just over 10% margin. So my gut here is telling you as is number is 73. And again, I'll go out a little bit. I don't like going out more than a half a mile. I will for the sake of this, just to see if we can get some action. And then I want to make sure that the property type is only single family home, not mobiles. Yeah, you have two comps, man. You have one at 185 and you have one at 73. My guess is 185 is ARV, 73 is likely as is, brother. Those are the numbers, man. I've gone out 2 years and I've gone out 1 mile, and quite literally these are the only things sold. I'm also going to go and see if there's anything active. There's nothing active. I'm going to see if there's anything contingent. There's nothing contingent, nothing pending. If you contracted something like this, you'd want to try to be under 70. Now, here's the thing, Jay. I want to go see Woodbine, Georgia. I'm going to look up the population of Woodbine, Georgia. And the reason why I want to do that is because population is 1,400 people. So the reason why that's so important for you, Jay, you're in a city that there's not even enough people to comp, right? So you're looking for a small buyer. Then I'm going to go in and see where the next biggest city is. So Woodbine is 1,400 people. I personally would avoid doing a deal in Woodbine unless it's within, a 20, 30-minute drive to a much bigger city. And I mean, yeah, you don't have a whole lot here to go on, dude. You're kind of out there with this city. You are somewhat close to water, which is appealing, but yeah, this is a tough go. I'd tell you, you're likely not going to find a buyer in an area like this because there's only 1,400 people that live in this city anyways. So that's going to make it that much more difficult. If you want to throw a Hail Mary and see if someone's willing to bite, but the reality is because how small this property or how small this town is, and the fact that quite literally there's only been 2 sales in a mile radius in the last 2 years, probably not a great deal, brother. But you can throw a Hail Mary. I don't know if it's going to be worth your time. Needs minor repairs, porch wood. I'd say if you can get it under 70 or under, you're probably at the right purchase price. Challenge is who you gonna wholesale it to, right? Who you gonna wholesale it to? So great property here. Again, if you are just joining us, I know people are joining us constantly. Give me your name, give me the market you're in, give me your experience, but also give me your deals so I can comp them. Andreas, I think is the right name. We got a property on Penn Street in Norristown, PA. Let's do this, Andreas. Penn Street in Norristown, PA. All right. Penn Street. Let's see, Norristown, PA. Got it. All right. Again, guys, for those of you just joining us, I use PropStream is a must for comping. Go to tsofdata.com to get yourself a free PropStream account for 7 days. All right. So I'm taking a look at this 4-bed, 1.5 bath. Square feet is 2,034. So again, my point of square feet is I will use about a 10% swing. So a 2,000 square foot home, I would go up to 2,200. I'd go down to 1,800. That's kind of the margin of square foot that I would be looking for. Single family home. All right, let's do this. It's a brick home, comparables. All right, so I'm going to look on the MLS first here on PropStream. If you don't have PropStream, you need it. I swear to God, this is the only tool you need in your business. TSOF, data.com, promo code TSOF. Now, what I like about this one, Andreas, there's a lot of comps. So this helps me a lot. So now when there's a lot of comps, instead of going, just by local, what I want to do is I'm going to zoom into the map. And I'm going to make sure I'm not jumping over any major roads. So as you see here, there's a freeway 202 that is relatively close. It's not butt up against it. So I'm not going to jump over that because I just don't think we need to. There's enough comps to stay within that. There's also a major road. What does that say? Oak Street. I want to stay under Oak Street. And then ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually type in the subdivision of this property because we have so many comps. So I'm going to cut and copy the subdivision. Oh, it's not listed here. Okay. Well, that is what it is. So what I'll do is I'll use the closest comps first. Sometimes when there's a lot of comps, I just stick to the subdivision. I don't even want to go outside the subdivision if there's enough comps, right? And so number one is the closest. It sold for 70,000. And all I see is a picture of the exterior. So that's not going to give me much there. It's 2,300. So it's a little outside my threshold of square footage comps. Let's see. I want to also maybe go, I'm going to reduce this down to, because there's so many comps, I'm going to reduce it down to 3 months of activity to see if I can reduce. There you go. That's helpful. So I have numbers like 180, 205, 132, 122, 130, 23. I think that's going to be an outlier. 145, 125, 150, 160. So again, like I said, a lot of comps here. So I want to see if I can get some, I want to start using some of the higher numbers to see if I can pin down the ARV real quick. 205 is the highest number. It's not as close as I'd like to be, but it is a full-blown remodel. So there's your target right there. It's 1,900 square feet. Ours is 2,000, so it's within the square footage. And so I would tell you that 205 number, and that sold in 66 days on the MLS. So I would say you could probably say the ARV for something like this is going to be relatively close to 200, but I also want to take a look at the next highest comps. So like 180. 180 is not a remodel. Okay. Original kitchen, not great. It looks like they did some flooring, original bathroom at 180. So you can see here, like there's likely not a lot on market, which is going to be my next thing. I then want to go to the next highest comp, which is 160. And this is the furthest away. 160 is the furthest away, and it is original. There's nothing special about this home either. So I'd say actual ARV, I'm going to peg around 200,000 on this deal because the square footage is about the same. The lot square footage is bigger at 180 by about 700 square feet. So that's enough to give a little reduction from the 205. So I would say you could probably subtract 10 grand. So 195 is likely where I'm going ARV on this thing. And so, yeah, 195. And then for me, you go 80% of ARV minus repair costs minus wholesale fee. So depending upon the condition of the home will depend upon how much those repair cost is. But I'm looking at, 195 is about ARV, appropriate for size of lot discrepancy. And then you just go 80%, so hopefully that helps, Andreas. Great property. Love it, dude. Love it. Charles, we got Fall Shoals Road. Let's see if we can pull this up. Charles, Fall Shoals Road. For those that are new, just jumping on, give me your name, give me your market, give me your experience, and then give me a property that I can comp for you. And I'm using PropStream to do that. PropStream, tsofdata.com. Get yourself a free PropStream account. All right, Charles, what do we got? Road. All right. So 2814 Fall Shoals Road is not popping up, Charles. 2814 Fall Shoals Road. Not popping up. It's in Atlanta, Georgia. Are you certain that that's the street name? I'm going to go head over to Zillow real quick just to make sure. Fall Shoals Road. Are you sure it's Fall Shoals? And is it spelled correctly? Zillow's not popping up either, brother. If you can do me a favor, Charles, make sure you have the right address spelled the right way, and then I will make sure I get back to you. Eddie Springer, PropStream is amazing, but can we wholesale without it? I mean, it's $97 a month, Eddie. The answer is yes, you can, but the best comping tool on the market, hands down, is PropStream. So if you want to comp like I'm comping right now today, you want to have PropStream, and it's free for 7 days if you use my promo code TSOF. And then also, it's $97 a month. Like, I tell you, you should have it. All right, Al Edmondson, what is up, brother? Let's see if we can get your property on 42nd Place. Copy that. Go over to PropStream. 42nd Place, DC. Boom. All right, Al, we are in there. All right. So taking a look a little bit about the house. Masonry construction, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. All right, comps. All right, sold in a half mile. There are a lot of comps. So let's reduce the year here. So let's just go back 3 months. Because the reality is, okay. There's no sales in 3 months. Is that for real? There we go. So in 3 months, there has been 4 homes sold. The reason why I like 3 months is because the market has been out of control, right? And so I could go further out in terms of months. Maybe I'll go out a little bit more here. Let's go 6 months just to see if there's any. So we got a couple more, right? So this is an active area. I really like that. I'm seeing numbers 475, 315, 200, 180, 270, 279, a lot in the high twos. So I'm already my gut is already telling me I might be in the high twos. I am curious. The first property at 475 is, let's see, it's the right square footage. Our lot is actually bigger. So let's see who bought what at 475. Looking at the pictures. It's a full-blown, nicely done remodel. Really, really nicely done. Now, the number is so far larger than everything else. And by the way, this property is like 1 street over. So 475 could be the ARV, but it's such a high number relative to everything else. I'm very curious here. What I'm going to do is see if there's anything active on the MLS here also. Yeah, you have an active at 453. You have an active at 475. You have a sold at 475. So we're looking good in this high 4s, right? All in the same area. So I'm going to take away active real quick. I'm going to get back to sold. And then I want to see the next highest, which is going to be this 315. And it jumps over, the 315 jumps over a pretty major road. So I don't love that. I try to avoid jumping over roads. This is also not a fully redone rehab. So I would tell you, if you're going to go full-blown rehab, it's going to be higher than 315 because this is original. This is original. Okay, so I like the fact that 315 is original. I'm guessing everything in the high 200s is also original. Yep. all original, no rehab. So the as is value is likely high twos, um, maybe low threes. And then, as I told you, there's a comp that is same square footage. In fact, it has more bedrooms at 475. We have one bedroom, they have two and a half. I don't know how you have two and a half bedrooms in 800 square feet. But everything else in our lot is bigger. So I would say you're going to be, and then what I want to do, I want to look at these actives real quick. We have one at 450, 475, 221, and then 315. And so the 453, nicely redone model. Yep. Nicely done remodel. Absolutely. So you're looking at, and these are all in the same area, not crossing over any streets. You're looking at 475 to 450 to 475, depending upon remodel. And then this has been on the market for 1 day. So we'll see. Nicely redone remodel, similar square footage, similar lot. So I would tell you, you might, divide the difference, 450 to 475, call it 465 list price for ARV, subtract, multiply that times 80%, subtract your rehab cost, and then subtract your wholesale fee. And there you go, brother. There you go, Al. 465 is the number I would tell you. Again, if you guys are just showing up, give me your name, give me your market you're in and the level of experience, and then drop an address below so I can comp it for you. Right on. Al, that was Al's deal. Let's see. I wanted to go back. Charles, did we figure out? I don't have the. So Charles, that is the right address. It doesn't come up on Zillow or PropStream. Is that maybe why you're having a challenge there? Not trying to ignore you, Charles. I literally can't find the home. So I just want to verify that that's it. Al Edmond beginner, no deals yet. Carol Bonaggio, what's up? From Maxwell, Texas, in between Austin and San Antonio. Love having you. Appreciate it, Carol. Al, we just crushed out your property. That is awesome. Carla Bradford, what's up? I'm a beginner. The property is in Philly Street. Well, I just lost it. Where'd it go? Philly Street in Covington, Kentucky. I like Covington, Kentucky. I'll tell you that. So let's take this, Carla. See if we can get some things cooking again. I'm using PropStream to comp all my properties. tsofdata.com. Promo code TSOF. All right, Covington, Kentucky. Let's go, Carla. Here we go. What do we got? All right. So you're next to a freeway with this property. Composition shingle. Living area is 2,000 square feet. I like it. Over half an acre. So let's go with comps. All right, so let's go to MLS. I like this. A lot of movement. Okay, a lot of sold comps. So what we're going to do is shorten the time frame. Not a year. Man, still a lot of sold comps. This is great. I also want to make sure we're comping single families only. This is a single family, and there's a lot of duplexes in the area. So I just want to make sure we're comping single families only. Man, this is fantastic for you, Carla. Okay. And then what I'll also do, because there's so many comps, what I like to do is I like to just see if we can pull it directly out of the subdivision. So I'm going to cut and copy the subdivision, and I'm going to put it in the subdivision area in PropStream. Again, you need PropStream. I'm telling you, this is the number one tool you need. End of story. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to pull it out of just the subdivision, unfortunately. So we will delete that. And then we have a half mile, but we have plenty of comps in that half mile. So I'm going to zoom in, see if I can make sure I'm not jumping over any major roads. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 properties that are all within like literally walking down the street of each other. So we have a number at 435. We have a number at 270, 101, 120, 430, 370. So let's, we have some numbers in the fours. We have 2 in the 430s, okay? So what I want to do is I want to check out what those pictures look like. Yep. So the 435 is a really, really nicely done remodel. Love it. I love all the brick. I want to confirm both of them are 3.2s. It's within our property is 2,057 or 56 square feet. The comp is 2,272. So it stays within that 10% window. The lots are very similar. So I'm already saying you could probably sell this at 430 ARV. Let's go look at the other 430. Another remodel, not my flavor. They definitely kept more wood than I would have. Oh no, they have white cabinets, white. Yeah, okay, another remodel. I would have probably changed some things, but they definitely did a full blown remodel on it. So your ARV is 430, 435. The one that sold at 430 was on the market 8 days. The one that sold at 435 was on the market 59 days. This thing's going to move at 430, 435. You might even be able to push higher because if I go in here and I only look at actives, what's active on there? What's active out there? And 449, 425. You're right there, dude. I would maybe even the property at 449 that just got listed 2 days ago. Nice home, but not a full remodel. We'll see if they get that. I think you could probably list, I think ARV is going to be that between 430 and 440. And you multiply it times 80% minus your rehab cost and minus your wholesale fee. There's your number. There's your number, girl. Right on, Carla. I love Covington, Kentucky. That looked like an awesome stuff. Charles, right on, dude. Okay, so let's try this again, Charles. 2801. Got it. 2814 Flat Shoals Road. Charles, let's try this again, my brother. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. We're in the game, Charles. Way to stick with it. All right, here we go. Let's go. 3.2, 1,400 square feet. Again, I try to stay within a 10% swing. So give or take, 150 to 200 square foot bigger or 150 to 200 square foot smaller. I'm in the same range. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what comps we got. All right. We got a lot of comps. I like this, Charles. So let's shorten the date range. We still got a lot of comps. This is good stuff. Good stuff, Charles. All right. Let's start just looking at numbers. 200, 195. I want to zoom in a little bit. The one that sold at 200 literally looks like it's almost next door. So I want to take a look at that. Emerald Point. I'm wondering if we could just do the subdivision because there's so many comps. Let's see if a subdivision comes up. Emerald Point. And all right, we have 6 comps in just our subdivision. That is ideal. What ideally I want to be able to do is just look at properties that sold in the same subdivision. So this is perfect. We have 200,000, 159, 179, 173, 160, 215, 175. So let's do some work. Let's do some work. It looks like actually there's some pictures of our property, and it is original. It is as is, no doubt, right? Pink tile. So our property needs a full-blown rehab. So let's choose the highest number, 215. Let's see what that gets us. No pictures. Well, I'm guessing that it is a remodel. Let's go to the next highest, which is 200. And a cute little remodel, not fully done. They still have wood cabinets. They didn't replace the tile, but they threw on some paint on the walls. Maybe did some re-flooring. Bathrooms are original. 200 still has a lot of original to it, right? They cleaned it up nice. They threw some paint on there. They have a nice little backyard. But I'm thinking you could probably get away with that 215 number as a full-blown remodel because the 200 was pretty original. I'll check the next highest, which was 175. They do have paint, but it's original. Yeah, original tile, original cabinets. So, Charles, I'm thinking 215 is your ARV. Um, your lot is way bigger, like 88,000 square feet. Everything else is in way less, which is unique. Your home is also older, not even close to the same age, much older. Like yours is 1965, everything else is the 80s. So you got to take that into account, but you have a massive lot. I would still tell you, like, I'm not opposed to, you know, trying to figure out, let's see if I can find something else that's built in 65 like yours is. This one was built in 71, 73. So this one was built in 73. Sold at 159. My guess is original. No pictures. $66. There we go. There we go. What does that bad boy look like? All right, this home was built in 66. It was cleaned out. It was original, not original, but the updating was done a long time ago. Bathrooms aren't great. They have some updating, kind of cheaply done. This was sold at 170. I think if you do a full-blown remodel on your property, you're at 215. I think you can get that. And then you just work backwards. Or, 170 sold at how much a square foot? 144 a square foot. So just for giggles, what's 144 times 14, 15? You're at 203. If you sold your property remodeled for 144 a square foot, which your comparable property that was built in 65 sold for, you're at 203. There's, let's see how much active is, because you could probably jump that up a little bit more because you have a much larger lot. So the lot size itself is way larger. I think you have two other comps here. There's two actives, 239 and 248. Let's look at the 239 because that's the closer one. 239, I'll tell you, it's a newer home, but I think you could get yours sold for 215, times that by 80% ARV, minus your remodel, minus wholesale fee. You're right there. 215, I think, is your number. Awesome. Good stuff, Charles. All right. Sculpt Studio Erica. That's the name. Okay. I figured it wasn't. What's up, Erica? Just getting started in Nashville, Tennessee. What a great market. In fact, I just looked at my phone. My buddy who lives in Nashville just called me, interestingly enough. All right. So let's get your property. For those of you who are new, let me know your name, the market you're in, your level of experience, and then send me your properties and I'll comp them for you. So Erica, I will do this, 135 Jacksonia Drive. So again, I'm using PropStream to comp properties. It's the best tool, period. Just go to tsofdata.com, use promo code TSOF. Here we go. Erica, we got your property. We're locked and loaded. All right, let's see what we got. 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 2,000 square feet. There is a basement. Basements can give you anywhere from 10% value or $10,000 worth of value, depending how finished they are. All right, so we have 6 total comps, all actually in the neighborhood. I love that. Okay. So this is going to work out really well. The first comp is within that 10,000. So again, as a reminder, I'm going within 10% of square foot. So ours is 2,074. The next one is 2,350. I'm willing to play that game. The year builds are about the same. All the year builds are about the same. So our lot is about the same as everything else. So all these comps essentially are apples to apples. So let's dive in here. This is great. So the first one, which is the closest, sold for 330. Let's take a look at the pictures. Pictures aren't loading. Okay, maybe we'll come back to that one. West 348, which is the second closest. All right, so some of these pictures aren't loading, which doesn't help me right this second. Let's look at 358. Wow. All right, so I don't know if it's just this area, this market, but what I'd tell you is there are a lot of comps here from 330 to 358, all sold. None of them have pictures on PropStream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the old school way of doing this, right? I'm going to get as close to the subject property as possible. All of these are about the same. The one that sold for 358 has 5 bedrooms instead of 3, but the square footage is only 200 square foot bigger. So they may have, built those out themselves. Same year built, same size lot. I'll tell you now, I'm already going to tell you the ARV is 350 on this bad boy. ARV is 350 minus your, multiply that times 80%, minus your repair costs, minus your wholesale fee. That's your number, girl. That is your number. Right on. I hope that helps. Charles, we got it. David Call, what is up, dude? Happy you are here. Let's go try to get your deal done here on Washtenaw Harbor. Let's do this thing. Again, if you are just getting here, let me know your name, let me know your market, let me know your level of experience, and send me your property so I can analyze them and underwrite them for you. I like these subdivisions. All right, let's do this. 2-1. I have 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 900 square feet. Let's see what was sold. A lot of comps, so I'm going to shorten the time range. All right, they're all single family. I want to make sure I'm comping comp for comp. 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Again, I do a 10% swing, so all the comps seem to be within that 10% swing, 10% one way or 10% another way. So all the comps, same thing. You have a smaller lot than some. Okay, the lot could give you an extra 10 grand or so. So let's start looking at the numbers. We have one comp at 95, 61, 37, 100, 76, 36, 16, 44, 165. 165 seems to be a pretty good outlier. There's a lot of comps in this little area. I love that. But what I want to do now, maybe because of all the comps, I want to see if I can get the subdivision. Yes. Got the subdivision. See if I can just look at the properties within that subdivision. Okay. All right. Still a lot, man. This is good. So 165 seems to be an outlier. Look at those pictures, but that's a tough go. I mean, it is so much more expensive than everything else. The same size. They just did a really nice remodel. Really, really nice remodel at that 165. Everything else is similar, but that's the only property at that type of price point. I see a 134. In fact, what I'm going to do is there's so many great comps here, David, that I'm just going to get, like, if I can even get in the neighborhood, just a block. So you have one, like, I think even your neighbor sold for 95,000 and it's cleaned out, has nice wood. They repainted it, but it's original. They did not redo it. They painted it. They didn't redo it. So 95,000 essentially is as is. That is a very comparable property. There's 100,000 that is not very far away either. That is a nicely done remodel too for 100,000. So now you're starting to play with some questions, right? Because you have a comp here sitting at 165, which is a remodel. What makes the difference between 100 and the 165? Let's see. The 100 is even bigger. Your builds are the same. That's interesting. So what I would probably do is I would take the highest on something like this. When you have 2 good looking remodels, one sold for $65,000 less. There's also one for 134. Let me just check to see what that is. Yeah, same square footage, same size, and it's a remodel. So listen, you have 100,000, 134, and then 165. So some of this comes down to preference, right? The lot sizes are the same. The square footage is within 10%. Some of this is going to come down to preference. But I'll tell you, 114, I would just actually average the 100, the 130, the 160, which is going to land you at 130. I think that's a safe bet. Could you get 160? I guess. I mean, it's there, but like there's nothing else, right? You have to go pretty far out. Here's a 140, a good remodel. I think safely the safe bet would be to comp this 130 to 140. Okay. Don't chase the 165. It's the only one at that high price point. I'm just going to throw that out because that is just random. Who knows how they got that? Not even close. 140. If you want to push 140, I think you can get there. So 140, 80% ARV, minus your remodel cost, minus your wholesale, and I think that's the number, my brother. Basement is finished on Erica's property. Erica, if you have a finished basement, you can add another 10 grand to your ARV. You can add another 10 grand to your ARV. That's exactly what I was thinking, Erica says. The reassurance so helpful. Thanks a bunch. You're very welcome, girl. Hopefully this is helping everybody. If this is helping everyone, hit the like button a ton. I'd love to hear the love and see the love here on this training. Smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. I think I'm going to be doing more of these lives on YouTube, whether it's comping properties or sales negotiation or whatever. I want to be able to help you guys a lot more. So yeah, smash the like button if this has been helpful. Mr. Daniel Hurst is in the building. Everyone, get to know Daniel Hurst. He's one hell of a gentleman, but he has a property for me to comp. So let me get to it. All right, Minnesota. We got Railroad Street. Again, if you're new to this live, give me your name, give me your market, give me your level of experience, throw it in the chat, and then give me a property for me to comp for you. All right, Daniel, we got you. Let's see here. Again, I'm using PropStream. Where is this? Holy moly, there's a lot of these streets in this nation. Holy smokes, bro. This is a very common street in Middle America. There we go. Minnesota, the last one, of course, Railroad Street. All right, I love this. A lot of comps. I'm using PropStream. Go to tsofdata.com. Use promo code TSOF to get 7 days for free. But this is the best comping tool you will get, period. All right. Well, there's only two. There was a lot of properties. There's a great neighborhood. There's only two comps. One is at 229. One is at 226. Makes it pretty easy, in my opinion. Let's just make sure they're both. Yeah, ours is 2,200. The other two are roughly 1,800. So ours is even bigger. So we can kind of sway that way. The other two comps sold for roughly let's call it 126. So if I just use those as good comps, let's make sure they're remodeled. Of course, there's no picture on that one. And this one is not fully remodeled. Quite honestly, it looks original for the year built. Year built 2003. This is original, and it sold for 226. And that's a year out, brother. That's awesome. So let's 229. I'm guessing is also original. So I would tell you if your home is original to the year built, which they're all. Year built, yours is 1880, right? So yours is old. I don't know how that may or may not be accurate, because the other two is 1946. The other one's 2003. So I'm not 100% certain if 1880 is actually accurate. That's a far jump from the, other homes built. But, if it is, I would tell you, let's just go for a remodel, dollar per square foot. These sold for. Let's go for 125 a square foot, 2,200 square feet times 125. Your ARV likely could be 275,000. Okay. So you could probably ARV this at 275. And again, 80% minus repair minus wholesale fee. So that's what I would tell you based around the comps There's only 2. Now let's see what's active just for, and there is nothing active in a half mile. Let's just play the game a little bit, go a mile. And there's nothing active in a mile. I think 275 is your ARV and go from there, right? 80% minus your repair, minus your wholesale fee. That's my number, brother. That is my number. Oh, it's a duplex. How come it says single family home on here? Interesting. Okay. Daniel, if you're saying this is a duplex, on PropStream, it comes up as a single family home. Let me just make sure I put in the right address. 410 Railroad Street, Hamburg, Minnesota. Yeah, brother. I guess verify that for me. I'm not sure why it would come up as a single family home. Sue Johnson. Hey, Justin, notice you're doing 80% ARV, which I like. However, lots of buyers are looking for 70%, which I feel is super low ball. Thoughts on overcoming that? Great question, Sue. So here's the deal. Buyers want the biggest discount they could possibly get. They want 50% ARV, right? Sellers want, 110% of value. So you got to play this game, right? The sellers want super, super high top dollar. Buyers want as low as they possibly can get. What I have found, not only in Phoenix, Arizona, which I would make the argument is probably the highest and hardest market, one of them, if nothing else, I would found 80% tends to be nationally the right number to start at. I've bought all the way up to 90% in Phoenix, Arizona, 90% ARV. I've also bought closer to 60% in Oklahoma. But I think a safe way for me to mentor you guys is start with 80% and play the game. But yeah, great question, Sue. Tell your buyers, right? Find more buyers, first of all. There are buyers out there, right? I have several hedge funds. We just sold a property to a hedge fund that was like 92% of value. 92%. I never would have even offered there if I didn't have that hedge fund buyer in my pocket. So maybe start looking for some hedge fund buyers as well. Eddie Springer, what's up, dog? What is happening? Let's get to your property. Meadowlark Drive. Meadowlark Drive. Probably got time for 1 or 2 more, and then I got to wrap it up. All right. Eddie Springer's property, Meadowlark Drive. Joja, we got you, Eddie. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. I like that there's a lot of houses. We got a 5-bed, 3-bath, 1,900 square feet, comparables. MLS. And again, I'm using PropStream, tsofdata.com. Use promo code TSOF. All right, we got 7 comps. Let's just look at the closest one. All right, so there's 4 of them are close. One's at 200 grand, 147, 306, 210 are the closest ones. 306, again, pretty high outlier. No pictures. I'm guessing it's a remodel, but I'm also wondering why it'd be so far higher than everything else. So our property is 1,900. 306 is 2,000. I mean, our lot is bigger. I have no idea why that would be selling for 306, and there's no pictures. But I try to stay away from chasing the outliers, right? So you have 200, you got 225, 207. My gut is telling me we're going to be in that, ARV is probably going to be that 225. Let's look at that one, 225. Nice home. Yeah, remodeled, nice white cabinets, not fully remodeled. They have, let's just say painted and updated, not even fully remodeled. 225, but updated. Let's see what 210 gets us. Nice and clean. There's no remodels necessarily, right? And so that then paints the picture of like maybe that 306 is a full-blown remodel, but the pictures aren't coming up. Everything else that I'm seeing is kind of as is. Nice, clean, but no full-blown remodel. Unfortunately, that 306 doesn't give me pictures. So let's see if I can go find that on Zillow to see if there are pictures real quick, because 306 is such a high number, but everything else, Paris, Atlanta, Georgia. Nope, Zillow's like broken. Something's broken. Sweet. That's neat. So the cautionary tale I'll have for you here is if you just got it to like a wholesale level, I think your number is 225. What I mean by wholesale is like nice, really clean, maybe paint the cabinets white, make sure the flooring is new, and then put it on the market. You could probably get that 225 number. The hurdle about ARV is there's nothing that has been sold that is fully remodeled. So let's go look at active real quick. See what's going on active. And there's nothing active. So you're going to be able to top the market for sure. So again, you're like full blown, I'm going to do new ARV. You might be able to get into like a $300,000 price point. Is there anything pending or contingent that we can reference? No. 279 is contingent. And that has done a nice remodel. 279 has done a nice remodel. So I think your ARV, you might be able to push, I would push the 279 number as ARV. If you're going to do a wholesale, you could go to 225. And again, 80% minus repairs minus wholesale fee. So again, Eddie, wholesale number is going to be that 225, 280 for a remodel, and you're rolling, baby. You're rolling. Matt Smith. This is going to be the last one, everyone. I'm sorry to say, Matt Smith, we are going to do this right. Broomfield, Colorado. Broomfield, Colorado. If you guys like this is helpful. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. I'm going to be doing way more of these on YouTube. Colorado. Here we go, Matt. We got this one, partner. All right. Single family home, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,700 square feet. All right. So what do we got? I love that there's a lot of properties. There's a ton of comps. So we're gonna use my super ninja technique that a lot of people don't like use, or maybe just don't know about it. But because there's so many comps, I just go straight to the subdivision, which is Northmore Estate filing something. Number 2. All right, we have 6 comps right in that subdivision: 525, 85, 485, 455, 485. So we got some good, we have one that sold for 675. Again, super outlier. Nothing else comes close to 675. Let's take a look. 5-bed, 3-bath, 3,100. I think ours is 2,700. So I'm going to already say that is not going to be a comparable for us. Ours is built in 72. But if it is a nice remodel. So if I just go dollar per square foot on that, 216, 209. So let's go 216, 583, which is right next to the next comp, which is 585. I think that's your number, is 585, and that's going to be ARV. I also have 485 here, which is original, not a rehab. So as is wholesale, 485. I think 585 is where you get your ARV number. If you do a full blown remodel, yeah, perfect. So 585 minus or times 85%, or I'm sorry, 80%. Minus the rehab budget, minus your wholesale fee. That is your number, my friend. And guys, I really appreciate this. Hopefully this was helpful. Make sure you are subscribed. I'm going to be going live a lot more here on YouTube. If you like this, smash the like button for me. I appreciate you all. And till I see you guys next time. Peace.